Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and I'm with Catherine, and we've got quite a nice set because it's hard to do it. And I left it, guys, for you to see it. So that's this nail. Catherine has, was it door?
The car door, yeah.
The car doors. It was closed, and actually the entire nail came off. So now it's getting to the stage where we're able to do something with it. And what I'm going to do it, I will show you how I'm sculpting the extension on such a short nail. I have to make sure we are in the camera. So first of all, obviously we would sanitize the client's hands, but we have done that process already. And then I'm pushing back the cuticles. You can see there is a bit of damage, like looking here at this part. The only nice and healthy part of the nail is here, but it was the entire nail which was gone. There was actually nothing. There was no nail, guys, like at all. And here I had some set of the extensions which I just removed it, and I have left in total 3 nails for you to watch it. So the cuticles are pushed back. Next step is the cuticle bead. We are going to tidy up those cuticles. And I would do it on all this hand, then do it on all this hand. Put it back into the reverse. The speed is very low, 12 on my K38. And then do it the other side. Do the same on this side. And the other side. Okay, after this part is done, we can trim the biggest bits and pieces. This one actually has quite a big bits and pieces because we didn't touch it much. So I can have a nice chunk off of this one. But still not over, like, don't go, guys, over the top when removing the cuticles. Tiny bit more in that corner, because I can see there is a cuticle on the actual nail plate. So the cuticle always from the nail plate has to be removed. And then this one is actually quite nice. I'm not going to go crazy in there. Just a wee tiny trim. If it's needed, I rather to do it after I file the nails than do too much before we applying all the products, chemicals on the nails. Now we need to file some free edge somehow. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving a couple scratches to this free edge. And then I need to scratch the entire natural nail plate. So basically this is how you would do the biting nails as well, because they would be missing quite a big chunk of the nail. And it's almost like an nails which have been bitten as well. You can see the finger goes up a little bit. So I'm making sure I can give a nice scratches to it. Clean those free edge. If you would feel painful at any time, please let me know. Kick under the table. Okay, so I have to really make sure there is no shine on this nail. We don't want any issues going on. And then I also need to shorten this free edge. Now with Catherine nails, so I have to be extremely careful because she got very high hyponychiums on all her nails. There's a bit of fake tan in there.
Yeah.
I love my clients got the fake tan. So I'm scratching the surface of this nail. And this is how her nails looks after the extension removal as well. And she's a client of, I can't remember how many years.
Come here for years.
Years. So.
But it looks so healthy in that, doesn't it?
Yeah, like really nice and great condition. And that's how it should be, guys. And I'm never soaking off the nails. That was some quite important question you guys asked me. I'm always filing off the extension when it comes to the removal. Okay, get this one ready. This one has extremely high hyponychium. It's actually really hard to apply the forms when the hyponychium is so high. It's also making it easier, harder to keep a nice underneath because there is a part of the skin which looks dirty sometimes, but it's not dirty, guys. It's just the way it is. Because I know on my nails, like I've got 3 nails which got really high hyponychium. See, I'm already on it. Like I cannot shorten this nail anymore, and I cannot file the hyponychium. Like I have to really make sure there is no shiny surfaces because Catherine nails are also quite slidey and they like to lift with the first initial gel application, and then they're fine. They're lasting ages. Okay, so that's it all done and sorted. We are going to dehydrate the nail plate. Nice and squeaky clean. And then the other hand as well. Nice and squeaky clean. Wait for it to dry and then we are going to apply nail forms. So I've got my sculpting forms on here. Just pull this in there. And now let's the fun begin. So for this nail, I need to trim this form. You can see it how much I'm missing. So basically the easiest way, guys, is just to cut the entire place in here, like the entire first row. I'm just really cutting and oh gosh, my hands are shaking again. Entire first row. We've got the first row out, and then this part needs to be bigger, so I also need to cut out a little bit in here and in here a bit more. Okay, so let me check. So you can see it now, this middle part can go nicely underneath of the nail. So that's my form ready. And basically you would always customize the form. There isn't such a thing like this is the way we should apply the forms. We have to apply the forms so they fit in, and we will trim it depending on the client need. So in this case, I had to leave those sticking out parts. Now I'm going just behind the client. Perfect. And then I'm squeezing this form in there. There we are. It just reached the entire nail. Now I can close it. And I've got the first form in. I'm not going to put this form on, I can even slide it a bit deeper in there. Not hurting?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to put the form in here because this one is quite tricky, so I want to make sure it doesn't move. We could loosen it here a little bit by trimming, so but I'm not going to do that. An extra nail prep. Wait for it to dry and then apply the universal air bond. So when my nail is drying, I'm just going to grab my gel brush from the drawer, and the gel we will use is a perfect rose one, actually right at the end. Okay, that's it dry now, so I can apply universal air bond, wait for it to dry, and then in the meantime I'm start preparing the form for the other hand, just so I don't lose the time, because I never like to wait and lose the time. I'm just like, don't move this hand. I know you try and be helpful, but I'm panicking now. So I'm sliding the form underneath of this nail, and here I don't have to do anything. I just slide it underneath and then close it. But let's go back to this one. I want to get rid of this nail as soon as possible. Okay, so the first scoop of the product. No, just relax it. That's it. Making sure it's hooked. It is hooked. So nice and thin layer. And then pick up the bigger scoop of the product and just apply it into a coffin shape. I have kept my gel on the heater today. It's quite cold now already, but it's just so it's much easier to manage the product, because if it's too thick, I really don't like it when it's too thick in the consistency. So I'm trying to also work quite neat. Okay, put it inside. Please, no matter what, don't bang the farm. Fantastic, thank you. Okay, I can finish the application of this form. Fantastic, thank you. And that is really nice. So an extra nail prep. I'm not going to pinch the other nail. Actually, I'm not going to pinch them much anyway. Just a little pinch, because with the form application, like because of the shape of the Catherine nails, we are able to pinch it quite nice just with the form itself. So pick up the scoop of the product nice and thin, remove the excess of it, and then we've got hardly any product on our brush, which is making the product control much easier. Oh, that's the one where we're going to encapsulate the glitter as well. So nice and thin layer, same like on the other one. Nice and thin layer. And here I'm going to go to the letter M. Perfect, change. Yay, then the middle finger. Yay! So middle finger is very easy. Close the form. Gosh, I've got this camera just like in my view for the hand like going around it. Perfect. So the form is nice. I'm happy with it. Wait for it to dry. I keep that, guys, later on for the designs. I suggest you do that as well. It's actually a fantastic way of using all the materials you've got. Now I'm just going to check it if there is any missing places, but there is not. I can pull this form away, which can be sometimes quite tricky as well, because the form is so high up on the natural nail. You have to be very careful to don't break off the extensions. Just relax your hand. So I'm really squeezing the form. Is the finger which is pressing up against the form, and I think it's always not the form application but the form removal the trickiest part in such as short nails, because if you weaken this construction, see, that's me slided it off. So you want to do it, guys, really carefully. Okay, next nail. Nice and thin layer. Pick up the scoop and build up the shape. Look also that I'm twisting her hand like one side, other side, to help myself. So I'm not only working with my right hand, but I'm also using my left hand as well to help with the shaping. Change. Glitter time. So very nice and thin layer again on the entire nail, nice and thin, like make sure you put the product everywhere. Nice and thin. Do the other side, get closer to the cuticle, fill up this gap here, and then we are going to slap this glitter on. So I've got some mixture of the glitter. We've got those different colors in there, plus the purple one, and then I'm using like the older brush the better, and it has to be dry. Okay, so you want the dry brush, and I'm just tapping the glitter in some sort of kind of way, and then picking up another bits and pieces. There are some larger particles. There is also a moon as well. So I'm just and a star. So I'm putting those moon stars, everything in there. And then using the gel sponge, we are going to just tap it gently. And because we have applied a very thin layer of the product, I don't have to worry about it running around the cuticle, but I'm flattening the glitter so it's easier to encapsulate it. Change. Okay, I can do the same in here. So nice and thin layer, nice and thin layer. I'm going to straight away add a tiny wee drop more into the apex area here. And then encapsulate the glitter. So just sprinkle, sprinkle. Glitter is always fun, guys. I love applying glitter. The butterfly, just go away. We don't want butterfly. Fantastic. A sponge again. And just touch it. Just so it doesn't stick out. Change. Okay, this one, I'm cleaning my brush on the dry wipe, just a dry wipe. Actually, I don't need that anymore. And we are going to use a Crystal 1 gel. I prefer it, especially in the winter months. I can pull this form away because otherwise the other one is just too thick in a consistency, and this one is thinner consistency, which makes my life easier. Okay, so apply it thin layer, but thin enough so you cover your entire glitter, guys. Like, you have to make sure the glitter is fully covered, and then pick up another scoop to build up your structure and apex. Okay, so let's build up the apex. Change. Now I'm checking on this nail, no missing places, no missing places. I can pull this form down. So easy when the nail is not missing. And we are going to apply nice and thin layer here as well. So nice and thin layer. And then pick up the product for the apex area. And here the filing is going to be tricky as well, and I'm going to show you the tip guide for this nail too. Gosh, it's so much easier when I put the gel on the heater. I've got another video recorded for you. I'm not sure if it's already up, or it will be, probably it will be up after this one, when I was struggling with the freezing gel. Like, gosh, what a misshaped nails I have that. But I kept this video because I think it's fun and to show you different struggles of the nail technicians. Put this one on top just to freeze it for a second. I've got time to clean my brush, and we are going to go back to build up the structure on our middle nail. So let's get the mess away. Then I take the top hand. We need to build up the middle finger. So just apply it nice and thin layer, nice and thin layer over the entire nail. Make sure there is no missing gaps. And then pick up the scoop of the product to build up the structure. So that's my scoop of the product. And then building up the structure. So I can see how, can you see how the gel becomes stiffer and stiffer? It just kind of get colder and colder as I apply it on. So build up the structure. The longer you play it, the less filing you've got later on. And I do it depending on the day. Sometimes I file more, sometimes I play more with the gel. Perfect, change your hands. So our other hand is cooked and ready. I can get rid of my brushes, remove the inhibition layer. And we are going to do this nail here. Make sure all perfect. Okay, we are going to shape it. So coffin shape, one side first and then other side. nice V shape. Okay, check it. And then we are going to shorten the free edge. Okay, so once this part is done, I'm going to check the length again. I can take it shorter. So again, the same movement, one side, other side. I do a little bit at the time. You don't want to overfile it, because once you overfile it, you have just overfile it. Okay, now the next part is we want to blend everything around the cuticle area. Extremely sharp file, so you have to be careful to don't hurt your client. You can also check the client view as well. Sorry, it's usually invisible in the camera. That's quite okay. And then let's file all over. So just file the bulk of the product. I love doing the glitter encapsulation nails. They look so different compared to the glitter gel polishes, guys. Okay, that's this nail shaped. And then we can swap to the buffer and just buff everything. Now here, you don't want to see the part where the product is starting. Make sure it's nicely blended in. And then smooth the entire nail. Okay, that's me happy with this one. We are going to do the other hand. So file one side. Now don't file too high up because there is quite a lot, like we need to, the finger is finishing here. So you want, this is the side you want to file it. So don't go too high up because the file will allow you to go quite high up. Because there is, the nail isn't attached to the nail bed there. Shorten it. I'm also filing this nail slower, more gentle. Because it is a nail which have been so badly damaged. I'm still surprised how quick it did grow out, because it did happen at, when it did happen at summertime. August. So okay, it's nice and slow. Do not rush it. Okay, that's this nail filed as well. Yay, we've got some nail. Let's shape this one. So with this one I can just go a normal speed, one side, other side, shorten the free edge. And you guys ask me like, why don't I use sometimes e-file for shaping the nails? To be honest, like, there isn't, yes, sometimes, yes, I've got more filing, depending how messy I apply the gel. But there isn't really as much filing, like, and this part, I wouldn't be able to do it with the e-file anyway. The side, you have to shape them with the file. And to be honest, I could, this nail is almost ready. So it wouldn't be a point, I think, to do e-file when you still have to use the hand file to shape everything around it, you know. I think that's the main reason why I don't use the e-file. Okay, just let's buff them. Buff this one. And the buffer always changed the look of the nail so much. Again, make sure everything is nicely blended in there. If you struggle to do it with the white buffer, you can do it with the gray buffer. And I really love the gray buffer for this reason, that it can get more gentle around those areas here. Like, I can really blend it, everything in there, so we don't know where the actual product is starting. Okay, I can shorten this nail just a tiny bit more. Clean that entire mess, and then we can move on into the design part. So on this mixing paper, we are going to put the colors which we need. So that is 219. Mixed together with this darker purple, which is 242. So I just place it there, and then I'm going to mix it, because this one was too light and the other one was too dark, so we had to do it. So we are going to mix it. Okay, and with this mixture, what I did, it was I just painted like a wavy kind of thing on the side and here. So that's what was the first part I did. Unfortunately, I have done it on all the nails, so I cannot show you that part, guys. But I will show you. I don't know how I done it. I felt like I left one and then I just went to fun. Now, transfer foil gel glue, but it's easy part, so I just stopped it and left it the next part of the design. So the transfer foil gel glue, and we are going to go in this nail just around it, just like this. So just go around it, kind of messy, really messy, to be honest, like quite quick around it, at the free edge as well. And then do just couple like a wee wavy bits and pieces. So here and there, I'm just painting like a wee wavy bits and pieces. On this one, I'm grabbing my dotting tool, and we are going to place a snowflake. Put it a little bit higher, like you don't want to put it too low, because you need to squeeze your French manicure in there. And I'm doing 1 dot in the middle, plus I'm doing 2 dots on each side. I will show you that, guys, in the other design as well. And then 1, and actually I will show you on this one. And then 1 and 1. Take the D-liner brush and just drag it. So you're just dragging each dot. Perfect. See, I love my clients. They just think up front of me where I want to go. Fantastic insight. Okay, let's do it here as well. So all the way around it. And we're curing the foil gel for 60 seconds. Then just go at the free edge again. It's good because we've got those glitter encapsulation, so you can guys see it. The places which become shiny, that's the places where I have put the gel. So I need a couple seconds longer, and that gives me a time, guys, to grab some transfer foil, and we are going to use gold. When the lights goes off, you can change your hands. And I'm just cutting a small pieces of it. And now we are going to transfer it. I'm starting with the snowflake because the snowflake, I want the clear picture of it. So just press it, press it, press it, and then pull it. Ta-da! And we've got some pretty snowflake here. Wow, in a one go. Yeah, we've got pretty snowflake in a one go. And then on this one, I'm just getting those cracked look on those pure Nail. Transferring the transfer foil is so much easier on the clients than on the stand. Okay, I'm happy with this one. So just wait, just wait. We can apply the top coat. Thank you, bye. We can apply the top coat on this one. So apply the top. I might touch it with the file, the corner here. I don't like it after we finish. So apply the top coat. Apply the messy French manicure in here. So I'm not bothered how I'm putting the French because we are going to hide it. I'm just using the watercolor brush because it's faster. It's actually a really cool winter set of the Nails. Okay, color that in. Perfect insight. I'm just going to cut a fresh piece of the transfer foil because I have touched the other one with the gel polish. And then transfer it here. It almost looks like, how you call it, the stones? Geode? Geode?
I don't know.
Gemstones, like yeah, like a gemstone nail with the snowflake. Okay, then I can apply top coat in here. Change. Top coat on our French manicure nail, and this way we've got all the nails top coated. And we can move on into the sugaring part. Again, top coat got quite cold. Fantastic change. So for sugars, we are going to use, guys, the French gel. And what we want to do it is we want to do it some cool snowflake here, like a large one, really large one. Catherine likes the snowflakes.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm placing a cross with the dots, and then in between that I'm just doing another 2 dots. You can actually sometimes almost get lost with all those dots. Clean my D-liner brush and then start dragging it. Just actually the same what we did it, almost the same. The other one was less dots, like we did it on the middle finger. Okay, then we want to do some snowflake here. Just a baby snowflake. And the reason why I choose this corner is that's the place where we don't have the furry bits and pieces, and that's the place where the free edge of the nail might be visible a little bit. So it's just to neutralize this space. I don't know, hide it maybe. Then on this one, we want to go pretty nice and large snowflake. Can I actually see it? Thank you. Just right in the middle, and that was the full snowflake with the 2 dots. Hold the breath when you paint. Okay, now time to sprinkle everything. So I need my sugar glitter. Now try to open your hand without of touching. Sprinkle this one. Sprinkle that one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And then let's cook it. It's almost like baking, guys. Yeah. Now let's decorate this one because it just doesn't look right. You know, it just doesn't look nice. So we need to do, I'm going to clean the watercolor brush, grab the French gel, and we need to add some fur. So what I'm doing is I'm going very irregular, just like this. I'm painting my messy French. Straight away I'm going to do, no I can't. So let's make it messy part first. Drag, 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 like with your brush, the liner brush. I have no product on it. I'm just using the product which is already in there. And I actually really like those warm nails. They have been so cold that they wanted to have some fur. The bottom part for the French, I like to make it bigger, like this, guys. A bit bigger. And then smaller as I go outside. Same, in the corners smaller. Don't go too much over your snowflake. And then once I done this messy part, I can paint the baby snowflake here. If you're scared you might touch something or you might do some things wrong, you can do it one part at the time, like I did it on the other nails. So I have already cooked them, removed the sugar, and then I'm done on other parts. I'm just going to do it, all of it. Then the large snowflake here. That's Patrick, isn't it?
So.
Yeah, I know when he walks, I know when he comes. And then 2 dots. See guys, it's time to finish. It's been a really busy day. When doing this part of the design, make sure you don't break the other parts which you have already painted and they are not cured yet. Yeah, yes, just so I don't break them. And then I smudged. Okay, go back. Yes, that's our finished for today. Okay, sprinkle this one. Tap tap. Sprinkle this beautiful stone snowflake. I actually really like this idea because it's different. I have never seen anything like that before. Change. Okay, get my sugar glitter out of the way and then clean this design. So once we clean it, it looks nice and pretty, isn't it? Yay! We've got nice and pretty set. Of course, it doesn't look attractive yet because we need to wash the hands properly and apply the cuticle oil. And I don't want to apply cuticle oils, guys, like when I'm doing a recording, I don't want to apply the cuticle oil before I clean the nails properly. And I know it looks really messy. It looks much prettier when everything is done and redusted, the hands are washed and the cuticle oil is applied. I'm going to show you just on the other one, on one hand, and then clean the other one really properly. And those fake tan, gosh. And I need to touch up the other nail. Can I actually do it on the camera? Yeah, so I'll just show you guys. So this nail I was not happy with this corner. So what I'm doing, once they finished, I can just go with the file and just touch it up gently to fix the place which I weren't happy about. And that's the other hand. I'm just not going to clean it and apply the cuticle oil, but you can see it, both of them. And I hope you have guys really learned something new and you enjoyed this video. Sending you glittery hugs and bye for now.